Futuristic sex, give a Philip K dick. She never need a man, she would.
That was sick. Did you hear that bar? Oh my god. Go you. I'm not even
Futuristic sex.
go
Just
back.
finish it.
He said she liked that futuristic sex. She get that Philip K dick. That's genius.
That is amazing.
You're watching Two Brains React. This brain is Liv.
And this brain is Marlon.
And today we have finally been waiting God knows how long for this.
I think the last album was 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's been like 3.5 years since Starboy. And
Yeah.
then My Dear Melancholy dropped like 2018.
Okay.
Weekend, After Hours. I've been, oh boy. The singles have been different gravy for
So
me.
how many singles has
There's
there
been
been?
three well, there's been four. There's been three.
Okay.
So there was Heartless and Blinding Lights, which dropped late last year.
Okay.
And then he dropped the title track, which is my favourite of the bunch. And then he did a live performance on SNL of Scared to Live. But I didn't listen to that because I knew the album was coming today. So
Scared to Live.
Scared to Live was
So
a
that'll
live
be the
performance.
first one,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay.
So that was a live performance.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I heard of, especially of After Hours sounded like 2012 Weekend, which is the best week, or 2011 Weekend. 2011 Weekend
Okay.
is the best version of the Weekend for me. I've liked all of his products, so but
Okay.
my favourite is like House of Balloons, so
Okay. Cool.
it's something like that. But Blinding Lights is like 80s shit, which was like all of a
it's very
Starboy, so
80s stuff.
yeah,
isn't
so
it?
I think might be a mesh of those two. I'm not sure. I'm just fucking excited.
So it is 14 songs, 56 minutes.
Just I don't know. And I've heard there's
Just
no
over an
features.
hour.
It's just
None at
Abel,
all.
which is I think is.
Is it just they're not listed, or there's literally
I've heard
none?
there's no features,
Okay.
which is a first for the Weekend, because all of
Yeah.
his products had featured at least a couple features. Like Starboy had bare features, like
Right,
Lana Del
yeah,
Rey and
yeah.
Kendrick was on there. So
Yeah. Okay, do you think this is going to be like a concept album? Or?
I don't know. He's been very consistent with like the aesthetic and creative
Yeah, so
direction.
what
of-
is it? It's like a red suit and then like
Yeah.
blood?
Yeah, so like or like the music videos that have dropped have like followed the same narrative.
Right,
All the
yeah.
promotional material's been wearing the same get up.
Yeah.
So
Do you know? So is he playing a character?
I guess so. Yeah.
Right, but we don't know much
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I haven't heard any of it, so
You've heard Blinding Lights.
like bits of it on
from
like
TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna listen to the whole thing. So there's going to be some songs that you've already heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Only three.
Okay. So the first one is called "Alone Again." You ready?
Yes.
Living someone else's life.
He said I'm living someone else's life, suppressing who I was inside.
Suppressing who I was inside. Oh.
So do you think his antics about fucking bitches taking? He was like,
Is
I
that
was
what he
living a
normally
fake
talks
life.
about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
He's
Okay.
like, I was living that. That wasn't me.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe shedding that.
Together, we're all alone. Vegas.
The voice in the back was nice.
Bro,
That
this
was
guy.
ethereal.
This sounds like old Weekend.
Is that a synth?
That shit is. Oh,
Is that a synth?
what that?
And then it had like ding 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 on the
Yeah.
top, which was like a
Yeah,
marimba or
it's
something.
very spacey.
Yeah.
Very spacey.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Call me out when I
Oh,
I can't be alone again.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting it to kick
Yeah,
in like
no,
that.
this is like actually no, I won't ruin it. One of the songs had a similar like
Oh,
it
right.
built up for like the intro
Right.
was very long, very spacey without percussion and it's
Yeah, that format's like having its day right now.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
I love that.
Did you hear that weird like flat percussion going on in the background as well? It's like bongos.
You're right. This is very spacey.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that was gonna be a theme.
What of the album?
Yeah.
I mean,
is it just that synths sound spacey? Is that it?
I know because like Starboy was very synthy, but it was a bit more like retro pop kind of synthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the way it goes up like that is so satisfying.
Yeah, it
isn't
is,
it?
yeah.
It's like, this feels like good.
I don't know if I can be alone again.
Okay, a strong opener.
It is. It was
Strong opener.
It's I like the fact that, like, no part of the song was like repeated.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like it ended up in a completely different place from where it started.
Yeah, I love the whole like not having a chorus. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
I hate choruses. But you know, it kind of reminded me of like Tame Impala.
Kind of, yeah. I understand.
Like in the kind of the structure of it,
yeah.
and I think the voice as well. Okay, this is called Too Late.
Don't let me drown inside your arms. You're my life, baby. My life, baby. It's way too late to save our souls.
Why does this remind me of like Two-Step Garage?
Da, da, da.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It reminds me of
it's
Two-Step.
just like because it's a little bit like syncopated.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So it reminds me of just like a club song like that. Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom. But it's not really doing that. It's a little bit like spicy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I did you wrong, baby.
So I was talking about Bella.
Why was he
I
saying?
did mistakes. I did you wrong. Because of
Did he?
they had it on.
I
and
know
off.
nothing about his personal life.
Well, so he was.
Are
he
they
was-
together now?
Yeah, so he was with Bella
Okay.
Hadid,
Yeah.
and then they broke it off, and he was with.
I don't like Bella Hadid.
He was
I'm not
with
gonna lie to
Selena
you.
Gomez,
Oh yeah.
and then he's back with Bella Hadid.
Right.
So,
She's a very good model, but her personality is shit.
homeboy.
Coming through. Gonna get it.
Anymore.
I like that bass note coming
What
in.
the thick bass that just came in.
Yeah.
Paradise, the flash.
There's a lot of layers going on.
Yeah,
you
I mean
know?
this album's been. It's been 4 years, so it better be layered.
But
very
there's
layered, yeah.
a lot going
Yeah.
on. There's a lot going on up high, and then there's a lot going on down
Yeah.
low as well.
Why does this remind me of like a dark version of Craig David?
Craig David.
Do you know what I mean? Like you know
I mean,
the way he
like-
says it's way too late. Like, I can imagine Craig David like on the same beat doing the same kind of thing.
Okay.
And that's a compliment because Craig David's fucking fire.
You say I'd rather be all over you, like instead of over you. I
I
want
would
to
be all over you. Yeah, he's talking about Bella. They tricked me.
You're right though. It is kind of like a garage beat,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
I think he's probably taken inspiration from that.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's worked with a lot of like European producers before. So he's worked with
okay.
Daft Punk. He's worked. I can never pronounce this guy's name, but Gelaffelstein, wherever his name is. So he's into like European dance music. So. Oh, what the fuck was that?
Oh, what's
Sound like a buzzsaw.
Oh, broke down there.
Again,
The simulation
again,
broke down.
like the first one, it started and ended in completely different places.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Very cool. Let's look up some of these credits actually.
And there's some producers that he always works with. So
Okay.
like Elangelo, I always forget his name, but like he always works with him.
Okay.
I believe Max Martin is involved in this, and also Metro Boomin produced one of the singles.
Oh, I see.
He produced
Okay.
Heartless.
Okay.
It's way too late.
I've got a lot of
Yeah.
So Elangelo,
Yeah,
The Healer, Ricky Reed, The Weeknd,
Yeah.
and Nate
he sounds French.
Cyril.
Sounds French.
Moxofol.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Third song's Hardest to Love.
You tried with me so many times.
So I was just so confused by those drums. What?
It was just so unexpected. So that's like a what do they call that genre of music? Like what Pretty Sweet is.
Pretty Sweet. What, Frank Ocean? Pretty Sweet.
And what we had is dead inside.
There is so much going on.
There's so much going on, yeah.
Trying to let me go. Yeah.
But like that chorus like sounds like a Disney song or something.
I know
Do you
what
know
you
what
mean,
I
yeah.
mean? And then like those drums come in and it's like, well,
Yeah,
like it's a bit jarring.
Yeah, because when I first heard the instrumental come in, it reminded me of like a Christmas song.
Oh, mine's like Beauty and the Beast or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Together we are so alone. Yeah.
The house I bought is not a home. Together we are so alone. That's a bittersweet line, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the house I bought is not a home.
I mean, I get that bit. That it's just together we are so alone.
As in, when we're together, no one else wants to fuck with us.
Either that, or like they individually still feel alone
Even
because
though
they're not like comfortable
yeah,
with being
or-
themselves. Maybe.
So maybe that's a bar about Selena.
Don't forget the time we spent.
Yeah, it is. So it's about his ex-girlfriend. Don't forget. I don't regret the day we met. Don't forget the time we spent. So it's not about who.
But it could be about Bella.
Yeah, but it's not about who he's currently with.
He could have written this song before he got back
Maybe.
together.
Don't know. One of them.
After all the heartbreaks.
So he's calling himself out. He's like, I can't
Yeah.
believe you still want me after all the heartbreaks.
Yeah, because
I've
it's
been the
called
hardest to love.
I'm the hardest
Yeah.
to love. Yeah.
You still call me up.
I've never heard The Weeknd call himself out this much.
I mean, but is he like that? Does he like fuck around and
Well, I mean, he's a very
cheat and stuff like that?
I don't know. I mean, like, you know, he's rapped about fucking a lot of people. Like, he's got one tune. I come back to my city. I fuck every girl I know. Like, those are so. Like, obviously, he's a very very reclusive private person.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
but I mean, it's clear he's calling out his own actions.
Sure.
He's saying that, you know, I was shit. What's happening?
No, it sounds like an alien language.
Yeah, like an alien language.
Yeah, it sounds like they're in a rival.
What the?
The pods. Something pods. That end was very strange.
I mean, it sounds like
it sounds like it might
bleeding
go
into the next song. Yeah.
one, yeah. Okay, so this is the one that he did live.
on SNL.
Okay.
Yeah, that I haven't heard yet.
Okay, so it's Scared to Live.
When I saw the signs, I should have let you go. Left you beside me.
This sounds like This sounds like another song, but I can't quite place what song.
But what did he say? When I saw the signs, I should let you go.
Yeah.
I stayed beside you, or you stayed beside me.
Yeah. He's
So it's
just
like they
talking
were
about
all
the same stuff as last song.
willingly just staying in a shit relationship when no one's happy.
I mean, I know a lot of guys who cheat. They blame their partner by saying, "Well, you make it like hard for me to respect you because you let me cheat,"
that's just
which is a
makes no
horrible,
sense.
horrible excuse.
And if I held you back, at least I held you close. Yeah. Should have known.
If I lived in tomorrow, what song is that?
Is it an old song?
Yeah.
Keep going. Maybe I don't know. Keep going.
Be scared to live again. No, don't.
What's wrong?
It does remind me of something.
It just
I can't
sounds
put
like
my
another
fucking
song.
finger on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's
It's
the
an
problem I'm
old
having.
tune.
It's like
It's an old tune, though, isn't it?
yeah.
All right, we'll get
But-
to the end and we'll figure it out.
Like if it's reminding us, we don't even know it's the same song that we're thinking of.
Maybe I
If
don't
it's
know.
just reminding us
Yeah.
of old
Well,
songs,
look,
it's not
maybe
that
after,
original,
maybe
is
it's
it?
something if it's something that's been credited that they've like interpolated or something. Sometimes they take like I don't know.
Yeah. Credited writers are Bernie Taupin and Elton John.
So go to. It
So
should
is
say-
this an Elton John song that they've interpolated then?
maybe usually it interpolates your song.
Your song.
Yeah.
Your song.
This is a song. It goes like that.
This is your song. That's
Yeah.
not the song I was thinking of.
Oh. I don't know if
You
that
can
was.
tell everybody. That's what this
Yeah.
bit is.
Yeah, there you are.
This bit is.
I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
must be the only bit, probably.
I thought it was fucking Phil Collins for a second. I thought it was Phil Collins.
I don't know what they were banging, but it was a weird thing.
Scared to live again.
Okay. Did you enjoy that?
That one was okay. It felt like, you know, like when you've got an album and it's like we have to put like 2 or 3 songs that we'll know that will do big.
Right, the commercial songs.
Yeah. So I feel like that was the one that we're like, oh, we have to do this one because we have to.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's no more like that on the album because that's why I was scared to listen to that.
Yeah, no,
songs
like
that.
yeah, like
that's not my bag.
Like when you hear the title track, which is my favorite of the singles, it's like complete 180 from that style.
Okay, cool. Okay, this is called Snowchild.
Snowchild. Is that cocaine?
Oh, that scared me.
If I didn't make it, then I'd probably make my wrist bleed.
Oh God.
I used to pray when I was 16, if I didn't make it, I'd probably make my wrist bleed.
Yeah.
That's peak.
Does he have a history of self-harm?
I mean, he's got a history of substance abuse. Don't know about self-harm. But so is that him saying that if I didn't make it, I was so invested in this music shit that if I didn't make it,
I thought if I didn't make it as in if I didn't stay alive.
Oh, well, because I know when he first was really blowing up 2010, 2011, I think before he got his big break, he was technically homeless.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Shit.
I was blowing smoke, had me dizzy like Gillespie. Niggas had no homes,
I was blowing smoke, had me dizzy like Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie, the old jazz musician, proper old.
Oh, okay.
Now what nigga leaving?
Oh, some interesting instruments.
To slide in.
Sorry, but the the instruments came in. They were cool.
She like my futuristic sounds, futuristic sex, give a Philip K dick. She never need a man, she would.
That was sick. Did you hear that bar? Oh my god. Go you. I'm not even.
Futuristic sex.
Go
Just
back.
finish it.
He said she liked that futuristic sex. She get that Philip K dick. That's genius.
That is amazing.
Stack a couple M's like I was shady. Now I'm in Tribeca like I'm Jay.
Shady is in the real Slim Shady.
Stack a couple M's because Eminem like I'm shady.
M's meaning million.
Yeah, this reminds me of King of the Fall Weekend, 2014, spitting his toxic shit weekend.
Oh. Okay.
So he said Cali was the mission, but now a nigga leaving. So he said I'm done with the pop star shit. Cali was the mission to make it to Hollywood, and he's done that. If he's a snow child, he's going back to Canada.
Oh, is he Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Isn't it from North Canada? Because it only snows in Canada in the winter, unless it's really North Canada, right?
I just know he's Canadian. Nigga.
Oh, okay.
Paparazzi trying to catch me slipping.
Yeah, he's really done with the celebrity lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean
right?
he's always been very reclusive. If you think about it, you very very rarely see him do interviews. Can you think to a Weekend interview?
No, so this is why I know nothing about him.
Yeah, because he's very private.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. He was dropping bars.
Oh, look what the next one's called.
Escape from LA.
Oh,
yeah. So he's getting out.
Okay. This sounds like it's going to be a bit
Pony? Genuine?
What? Is that the only sexy song you can think of?
It's the first one that came to mind.
In between,
Told you.
they buy you bags and jewelry. Easy, baby. But you just want my attention.
Yeah, those drums. It was like. It's the rhythm of the. No, forget it.
What were you going to say?
Cause when I'm on the liquor, I go crazy.
Oh.
And for that,
When I'm off the liquor, I go crazy.
No, when I'm on the liquor.
Oh, I mean, you can say when I'm off the liquor.
You said on the liquor.
Are you sure?
Why would it make sense that he goes crazy? No, he goes crazy because he's talking about hoes.
I go crazy when I'm off the liquor.
On the liquor.
Off the liquor.
With the hose.
cause when I'm on the liquor, I go crazy.
Yeah, I told you. I'm just joshing you.
You're joshing. It's on the liquor.
I hold my liquor.
So he has substance abuse.
Yeah.
Did he take drugs before, or is it just alcohol?
No, he's always talked about oxys
Oh, okay.
and pills and lean and shit.
Right.
And coke.
Okay.
I mean, Can't Feel My Face is literally about
Right.
coke.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Take me out of life. Take me.
Did you hear that in the background? Yeah, it's kind of like they used a sample and then just
Yeah.
You know?
So he was talking about like giving this woman everything she wanted, but I think that again, this is where he's like kind of shifted from what the shit he used to talk about. Because I remember he's got a tune called "Lonely Star," and he said you can have the girl, the sex, the Jews, the house, the cars. So he's talking about just giving her all this material shit, and now he's like, I'll give you your space and power. So he's moving away from the material.
I thought like this was a sexy song, but I'm not. Like, this whole middle section is...
It's completely switched up.
Yeah, it has. So I don't recommend using this as a sex song.
We had sex in the studio.
Oh, you didn't have to say it. We understood. We had sex in the studio.
You just couldn't think of another way to say
You
it.
just said it.
Say it.
LA girls all look the same.
Oh, God.
I can't
Alright, there's no need to be mean.
She a cold-hearted bitch with no shame.
Damn.
Put her throat too far. She's so mine.
So it did turn back into a sex song. Literally.
I mean, no, he's just talking about it now. It's not a sexy song anymore.
It's just a song about sex.
It got real sad in the middle. And
It
then
got sexy, sad, and then just...
No, but then he's mean. He's just being mean. Alright then.
That was like 3 different songs in one.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so this is one of the
is-
singles.
right,
This is Heartless. This is the one that's produced by Metro.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I can't... But because Heartless and Blinding Lights came out like pretty much at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And I've been rinsing Blinding Lights, so I can't even remember what this sounds like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember it.
Never need a bitch, I'm what a bitch needs. Trying to find the one that can fix me. I want it all now. I've been running
Yeah,
through
this is the sickest beat there's been so far.
It's Metro.
Yeah, it's good.
cause I'm heartless.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
a-
back to my ways cause I'm heartless. So much pussy be falling out the pocket. Metro Boomin,
So much pussy what?
Said I'm heartless. So much pussy, it'd be falling out the pocket.
The pocket?
Yeah.
selling dreams to these girls with they guard down. 7 years I've been swimming with the
He
shark
knows it.
now.
He knows. He's. This is the thing.
And guess what?
He said selling dreams to these girls. Now they got their guard down. That's why he's heartless.
That's horrible.
That is horrible.
That's like disgusting.
It is horrible. He's heartless.
All this money and this
So
pain
this
got me
whole
hard.
album is him bouncing between these two things. So he's got all the like the confessional apologetic shit,
Right.
where he's calling himself out,
Right.
but then he's like, "I'm still that guy though. I always return to being that prick, because I'm heartless."
A bit schizophrenic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cause I'm heartless. Cause I'm heartless.
Okay.
It's a fucking banger.
That was the best one so far, probably. But that's the most like
Punchy.
outward.
It's
bop,
the one
you know?
that, yeah, because obviously,
Whereas the beginning ones were a bit more like
yeah. So you
building.
those ones when you listen to them more and more, you probably be like, oh shit. But that one's just like straight in your fucking face, man.
Yeah. Okay, this is called Faith.
You think it's a George Michael cover?
Maybe. This is 80s and
This is
shit.
80s and shit, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it's on Stranger Things. This sounds like a choir, but I actually think it's just him layered, right?
This is gonna drop.
It's gonna drop.
It's gonna drop.
It's gonna become drum and bass. That's
gonna
my
drop.
prediction.
It's gonna drop.
Stay awake. All my demons wanna come and sustain.
It didn't drop really.
It's still thumping.
Okay.
But if I OD, I want you to OD right beside me. And if you know me, we're not gonna miss
He's talking
If
about
I,
ODing.
if I OD, I want you beside me.
Yeah.
So like, I want to die in your arms.
Is he not intending to give up? Maybe not.
time hasn't been kind to me, I pray.
Oh shit. It's the sound of Far Off Sirens.
The Popo.
Are they going to come and get him because he OD'd? Not going to be the Popo, it's going to be the ambulance.
Wait, so it's like Sirens, and the next song is Blinding Lights.
Oh yeah, let's look at the subtitles.
Because,
Is this whole album like the story of him ODing and dying?
Oh, fuck knows.
Because at first he's like... Okay, so at first he's talking about being alone, he's talking about his exes, blah, blah, blah. Then he's talking about leaving LA, right? Mm-hmm. So he's talking about, I need to get out of LA. But then, like...
But when he left LA, he came back to the person he was. Because he was heartless. Because I'm heartless.
Unless he just didn't leave LA.
Fuck knows.
And now he's ODing, and then the rest might be...
Don't know. I mean, okay, yeah. Okay, we'll get to the end when we get to the end.
It sounds like the ambulance is coming, though.
Yeah. The lights are blinding. Yeah. So it is directly following into the next song.
Yeah, but they've all been doing that. Yeah. All of them. And they're in the back of a what? Taxi?
Taxi cab? I think taxi ended up in the back of a taxi cab.
Okay. So this is Blinding Lights.
This is Blinding Lights, and it's a fucking banger, mate. This is hella 80s.
To me, it just sounds like...
Which is also a banger.
I mean, sure.
I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much.
I'm going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. And that links again back to him saying, I want you by my side when I overdose. So you know when he says, I can't sleep until I feel your touch, do you think he's talking about his partner or he's talking about a drug?
Yeah, probably. Sorry, that's another question. Probably the drug, yeah.
Okay.
No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Okay, so this one is called In Your Eyes.
Hey, shit.
Why do you love the 80s shit so much?
I fucking love it.
You weren't born in the 80s.
So?
You weren't alive. You didn't exist in the 80s.
So? I wasn't alive when Star Wars came out. I still love Star Wars.
Why do you love it?
I don't necessarily love everything that came out of the 80s.
But, like, why do you like things that sound like the 80s?
I fuck with synth pop, and synth pop had its heyday in the 80s.
Yeah, so it's been done. It's gone. I understand liking the sound of it, but I kind of just don't understand the mentality of making a song just for the nostalgia value.
No, but I don't agree with that.
Like, if you enjoy 80s pop, listen to 80s pop.
No, but, like, if you know, like, every genre has been done already. So anything that you make now has already been done.
I get that, but I don't know. It's just me personally. My like, I feel like when the Weeknd started out, I was immediately like, nah, not my bag, because for me, I was like, he's just trying to impersonate Michael Jackson.
Nah, it's very different.
It wasn't.
It was.
Well, what I heard, it would just sounded like Michael Jackson.
I never heard
songs.
Michael Jackson singing about Oxycontin.
No, but you get what I mean, like the vibe
No,
of the song.
the vocal, the quality to the voice, where is like the high pitch, like warble.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I think like when people compare it to Michael Jackson, I think it's very surface level.
All right, I just feel like this has been done before. That's all.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not good.
Okay.
When I look at you in your eyes, I know.
Odds on, what do you think the odds are that this will probably be the next single?
Yeah,
It's the same kind of vibe as the Scared to Live one, where it's, you know, it's the one that you imagine is the most commercially viable.
Yeah, but it's like, because it's a similar sound to the Blinded by the Lights. I don't know.
You keep calling it Blinded by the Lights.
Why? What is it?
Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights.
Yeah.
But he sings Blinded by the Light.
Ooh, I'm blinded by the
Exactly,
lights.
so it's not crazy.
But that one was very, I think that one's a bit more different than this one.
Yeah.
I think this one's a bit more like traditionally pop.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, it's about a shit relationship. He says you always try to hide the pain, and I don't pay attention or whatever. But he said I can see that.
He's turning a blind eye.
He's turning a blind eye. He's blinded by the lights. Well, he's blinded by the lies. Because he said that you lie, but I don't let it define you.
Oh, okay. Kenny G come in?
And he was on the Kanye album, so...
Yeah.
It was very 80s.
It was, wasn't it? Like
Full on,
every single
yeah.
element of the production was 80s.
Save Your Tears. What?
Has he? So maybe the narrative of the story is that he's
Gone back in time?
Gone back in time. So maybe the Blinded by the Lights was the time machine, and now he's back in the 80s. That's why he left LA, to go to another time period.
LA in the 80s.
To find Junipero, yeah.
I saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so...
This is like New Order or Pet Shop Boys or something like that.
Pet Shop Boys, yeah.
I'll make you cry.
Don't you think it just feels a bit like a cliche? Like he's just like... Mama!
Yeah.
Don't you think he's kind of just going with the cliches? It's like he's taken the most generic 80s, like elements of 80s synth pop.
In this song, the last song, yeah.
Yeah.
But this is the thing we're doing it because sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So I think the last song especially is an example of where it just kind of maybe falls flat. But then he has tunes where, like Blinding Lights, where it's like a...
But yeah, because he's taken it and then he's like,
You've done,
he's doing something
So
different with
there's, there's pros and cons to doing throwbacks.
Yeah.
Take me back.
Is that a key change?
It was a key change.
Ooh.
Tears for another day. I'll make you cry when I run away.
This part of the song is what this song should be built on.
Right. Have we heard this bit before?
No, as in because they've dropped out like the over the top stuff and
Yeah,
they left it like spacey with just like that synth in his voice.
Right, yeah.
What was that?
It was like a...
Like a vocoder.
Yeah, but not quite a vocoder. I don't know, they're just ticking boxes at this point and what they're using. So a talk box, isn't it a talk box?
It sounds like Daft Punk.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Repeat After Me, Interlude. Interlude into Back to the Present Day. Hope for. That really doesn't sound like him.
That sounds
does it?
like... Wait, no, keep it going.
What?
The beat. Play it. I'm sorry.
What?
Tell me it doesn't sound exactly the same as this. I'm sorry to take a detour. You heard that?
Yeah.
Tell me it doesn't sound exactly like this.
It's the same song, yeah.
That's one of the best Drake songs ever made, by the way.
That's Feel No Ways by Drake.
It sounds just like Feel No Ways.
I mean, let's see if it's maybe sampled or interpolated.
Kevin Parker?
Oh, yeah. Well, Kevin Parker is a producer.
Oh,
right?
damn. Okay, so there's no sample.
There's no
it's
sample.
very similar to Feel No Ways.
Yeah, it is. Maybe that voice, because the voice at the beginning didn't sound like the
So
Weeknd.
maybe it's Kevin Parker.
Might have been,
Kevin
yeah.
Parker's fire. Everything he does is fire. I can hear it now.
You don't love him. You don't love him
You don't love him.
If you what?
You don't love him.
If you what?
don't love him if you're thinking of me.
He's what you want.
Changed his
He's
tune
what
a
you
bit.
want. I'm what you need. What you need.
Okay.
It's like dancing around.
Oh. This production is sick.
Kevin Parker can't do wrong.
Yeah.
He can't do wrong.
Yeah, there are two other producers though. It wasn't necessarily him.
You can hear Kevin Parker's hands
I
all over
mean,
this though.
sure, but yeah, the beat is sick.
Don't love him. Don't love him if you're thinking of me. Just like enemies.
Wow, that
That
was
was
more.
a vibe.
That was more than an interlude, though, don't you think?
That was a whole song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a vibe.
Production was amazing.
So the penultimate song, title track, this is the last of the singles that was released. My favourite of the singles.
Oh, okay, so you've heard this.
No. I haven't just heard it.
Okay.
This is maybe my favourite song of the year so far. Maybe my favourite single song of the year.
But there's been so much.
This is one of my favourite Weeknd songs ever.
Okay, so this is After Hours.
Yeah.
It's 6 minutes long.
It's fucking beautiful.
Okay.
Thought I almost died in my dream again.
Are you going to do this the whole
Are you crazy?
time?
Sorry, no. I'll
for 6 minutes, are you going to do
no,
this?
I won't. I'll just vibe.
I'm falling into blue. Aren't you? I can breathe.
What is that sound?
What, the crackling?
It sounds like mouth sounds. It's gross.
What? What mouth sounds? I don't hear any
sounds
mouth
like-
sounds.
oh,
No.
crackling.
It sounds like you know, like when you change when you flip a vinyl over and you hear that crackle. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay.
I turned into the man I used to be.
So it's the same theme as Heartless, where he's saying he's gone back to the person who, I've gone back to the man I used to be.
So he was trying to be good
He was
and
trying to
trying
be
to
good.
like give up,
Yeah.
Toxic stuff.
But then he's like, 'cause I'm heartless.
but then he's just gone back to it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not very
I turned into
wholesome.
the man I used to be.
Wasting all of my time on living my fantasies.
Again, that's him escaping from LA. I was wasting my time living my fantasies.
Right.
That's why he's escaped LA.
Right.
Because
Okay.
it's bullshit.
Can't hide the truth, I stayed with her in spite of you. You did some.
Can't hide the truth. I stayed with her in spite of you. So even though he was with what we're assuming is Selena Gomez, he knew he wasn't in love with her.
That's mean. What's Selena Gomez? Didn't she like have to have like really intense surgery and
Well,
stuff?
yeah,
She had
so-
like a liver disease
So
or something.
it was a kidney thing, and in Call Out My
Kidney.
Name, he makes a reference to that where he's like, I offered a piece of myself for you, because I think he like offered his kidney or some shit.
Oh. So mean. Okay. So this one is called Until I Bleed Out.
Is this the last song?
Yeah.
Until I Bleed Out.
I'm so paralyzed.
I'm so paralyzed.
He said, I can't move, I'm so paralyzed. I'm so paralyzed.
This is dark.
Why I'm terrified. I'm so terrified.
I can't explain why I'm so terrified.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's like a manifestation of like a mental health condition that he's unaware of? He's like, I can't explain why I'm so terrified, or maybe he's just like he's got anxiety or something. And he doesn't know why he's so scared.
Maybe, but isn't this from the perspective of him dying?
I mean, like if you were dying, you would know why you're terrified because you're about to die.
No, but like he doesn't know why he's terrified of dying.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't wanna touch the sky no more.
Oh, actually, I don't want to touch the sky anymore. Do you think that means he doesn't want to be high anymore?
Oh, maybe.
I don't even wanna get high no more.
I don't want to get high anymore. But he said he
He
also.
always just says
But
it,
he
doesn't
also he made a callback to one of his older songs. He's like, I want to feel the ground no more.
Right.
Like when I'm coming down, it's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
And coming down, the song "Coming Down" is from House of Balloons, which is his first mixtape.
Oh, okay. It sounds like it was going backwards then. Did you hear that? It kind of sounded like it was going backwards. Wow.
Did that just loop back into the first track?
I mean,
It sounded like it
Do you
just
think
bled
it
into the
did?
first track. Like
no, I think it was literally just the crossfade.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Okay, so that was the album. What did you think? Did you like it?
Do you know, I'm glad that the throwback 80s stuff was the exception and not the rule. Because most of the album was a very loose structure, spacey thing that The Weeknd is known for, except in the new context of him being self-aware that the things he's doing are not particularly good.
Right, okay.
And in terms of like the 80s stuff, some of it worked, so there was a couple that worked a lot for me, like Blinding Lights, and then some that didn't work, like Scared to Live. But, you know, it's a pop album, so they have to throw those ones in, unfortunately. But I fuck with it.
Okay. Was it worth the wait?
Was it worth the... I mean, you know, in my head, I think maybe because of the time when those 3 mixtapes came out, or 2011, so I was like 14. So I've got a strong connection to those mixtapes. So in my head, nothing's going to top that, but that's just my bias.
Yeah.
So, but there are some fire standouts on there. That last song was fucking crazy.
Let us know what you thought in the comments down below.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and dong the bell.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.